Healthcare and welfare system reforms are currently a hot topic of debate in Finland, as rising costs have sparked intense political struggles. Prime Minister Petteri Orpo, Finance Minister Riikka Purra, and Chairman of the Finance Committee Markus Lohai have all made strong statements on this issue. Prime Minister Orpo's government is implementing austerity measures, cutting healthcare and social welfare services, and altering laws from the previous administration. For example, 24/7 emergency services at hospitals are being reduced, the number of maternity hospitals is decreasing, and healthcare units are being downsized. The debate over healthcare costs intensified when Prime Minister Orpo stated in Parliament that costs had soared and waiting times for healthcare services had lengthened. However, according to the Finnish Institute for Health and Welfare (THL), waiting times actually decreased in the fall of 2023, contrary to Orpo's claims. Professor Mika Kortelainen of the University of Turku argued that Orpo's statements about waiting times were inaccurate, emphasizing that healthcare cost reductions need to be done wisely to avoid long-term cost increases. The center also opposed Orpo's claims, calling them irrational and politically motivated. On Tuesday, Greta Thunberg, the globally renowned environmental activist, delivered a speech as the Elokapina movement began their protest at the Finnish Parliament House. The event was attended by several MPs, including Speaker of Parliament Jussi Halla-aho. Thunberg received a warm welcome from the crowd, immediately thanking those present for their support. She highlighted that the past year was the hottest on record and that those responsible for climate change are also the ones causing injustice, oppression, and genocide. Thunberg strongly criticized authorities for trying to silence voices calling for justice, asserting that everyone has a responsibility to act. She concluded her speech by expressing her eagerness to join the protest with Elokapina members. Speaker Halla-aho, who watched from the start, remarked that his presence angered some people and suggested that Elokapina's methods might not be the most effective way to achieve their goals. He also noted that actions disrupting traffic might not gain public sympathy. Additionally, Green Party MP Oras Tynkkynen, present at the event, stated that Thunberg's speech was unsurprising and hoped that the pressure for climate action would increase following Elokapina's protest. Elokapina plans to hold 3 protests this week to oppose the Finnish government's climate policies. On Tuesday afternoon, Elokapina's protest disrupted traffic in central Helsinki. After about 3 hours, police intervened and removed the protesters, including environmental activist Greta Thunberg. Police arrested dozens of protesters and expected it to take another hour to clear the area. According to Police Chief Heikki Parola, the protest caused significant traffic disruption and did not comply with prior agreements with the police. Public transport was restored first, while personal vehicles began moving again on main roads like Keivokatu, Simokatu, and Mannerheimantie after 8 p.m. Despite attracting 1,000 to 2,000 participants, police decided to disperse the protest due to safety risks and severe traffic impacts. Greta Thunberg, who participated and spoke at the protest, was also removed by police. Elokapina will continue their protests this week, aiming to block harmful government policies on the environment. During summer, car sales surge as people travel to vacation spots and summer jobs. Reporter Nikki Sillanpää tested and proved that it is possible to buy a summer car for under €500. Summer is a hot time for the used car market, with thousands of private sale listings. According to Erno Kalalati from Netiauto, there are currently about 24,000 listings, a significant increase from 14,000 in January. The average time to sell a car under €1,000 is 5 days. To verify, we searched for cars in Pirkanmaa on car sales websites and found prices ranging from €300 to €700. Ultimately, we found a car for under €500 on Netiauto, a 2004 Toledo. Despite having driven over 400,000 kilometers, it was in good condition with few issues. When buying a used car, some important factors to consider are choosing the newest and least used car possible, checking for potential issues, reviewing the car's history, and always test driving before purchase. By following these criteria, buyers can find an affordable and quality summer car. In South-Savo, a region with many summer cottages, residents worry about financial capability to maintain rescue services. With more cottages than permanent residents, accidents like house fires or wood chopping mishaps have become common. Santeri Seppala, Regional Welfare Director, stated that rescue services face challenges due to a lack of resources. The population surges during summer, particularly in Puumala, straining medical and rescue services. While summer tourists cannot regularly use local medical services, emergency costs still come from the regional budget. Seppala emphasized the need to adjust the financial model to ensure safety and effective rescue services in the future. Most Finns plan to reduce car use during summer trips due to rising costs. According to a FinTraffic survey, 44% of respondents said they would limit car use during summer vacations. Additionally, 31% indicated that price increases affect their daily transportation choices, impacting unemployed individuals and students the most. FinTraffic also noted that Finns prefer train travel for long trips over 400 kilometers. Tick explosion in Lapland, rubber boots and raincoats can't protect, residents say. This year, Finland has recorded over 70,000 tick sightings. Cases of tick-borne encephalitis and Lyme disease have appeared nationwide. Kymäläinen resident Britta Sotasaari found several ticks on her skin and required antibiotic treatment. Despite wearing raincoats and rubber boots, she still got ticks after walks. According to the Punkalive site by the University of Turku and Pfizer, Kemi recorded over 1,500 tick sightings, including more than 2,500 ticks. Warm and humid conditions have facilitated tick growth. Experts advise thoroughly checking the body and being cautious in tick-prone areas to minimize disease risk. Some dog breeds are so sickly that owning them requires a license. Professor Jaakko Pojoismäki stated that some popular dog breeds, such as Golden Retrievers, Finnish Spitz, and Siberian Huskies, are highly inbred, leading to numerous health problems. Studies show that more than half of dog breeds in Finland have high inbreeding levels, with parents almost being siblings, increasing disease risk. Breeds with exaggerated physical features often face the most severe health issues. To avoid inbreeding, dog owners should choose breeds with genetic diversity. However, in Finland, interest in this issue has risen, and the number of sickly breeds like French bulldogs is decreasing. Päivi Pussinen in Mikkeli was surprised when a fox and her cubs nested under her mailbox in early June. Despite attempts to chase them away, the foxes remained. Animal expert Marko Hopakowski noted that foxes rarely bring cubs into residential yards, but their urban presence has increased in recent years. Pussinen avoided getting close or feeding the foxes but worried about potential traffic accidents. Hopakowski advised against approaching or feeding foxes, as it could harm them. Many people still believe sunbathing is safe, but that's not true. Sunscreen and sun exposure need to be understood correctly. Dr. Emilia Lagus and expert Heidi Loflund Kusela debunked common myths. Sunbathing without protection increases the risk of skin cancer, even without sunburn. Sunscreen should be reapplied every 2 hours and after swimming. Using sunscreen doesn't hinder vitamin D absorption. UV rays can penetrate shade and damage skin, so sunscreen is necessary even in the shade. Choosing products with appropriate SPF and ingredients for your skin type is crucial for effective protection. Särkänniemi's historic planetarium reopened on Tuesday after being closed for 2 years, fulfilling customer wishes. Opened in 1969, the planetarium had to shut down due to technical issues. However, after receiving many requests, Särkänniemi decided to renovate the planetarium at a cost of hundreds of thousands of euros to provide a new experience of the universe. Director Mika Seppala stated that the planetarium has been upgraded with sharper images, creating a more realistic sense of the stars. Currently, Finland is the world leader in nuclear waste management, with Posava's final trial phase set to begin in the coming months. This extensive work will test the entire investment chain from start to finish. Before officially starting, Posava has checked distances and prepared everything from the facility to depths of under half a kilometer at Olkiluoto. The project's goal is to have the facility operational by mid-decade. Posa nuclear waste repository is considered the final piece in the nuclear energy life cycle.